single A, and it didn't go too well. Gave up 5 runs and 6 hits in 3 innings. Did strike out 5. That's not announced yet when he'll pitch again.
Always big question about pitchers coming back from shoulder injuries. Will they have command?
And will he have anything to offer them towards the fall into October? David Wells, who will he be offering anything to? Sent down, designated for assignment by the Padres. Perhaps his career is over, got lit up by the Cardinals.
Talked to his agent, Greg Clifton, tonight. He says he absolutely wants to play for a contender, maybe Arizona, maybe the Dodgers.
Seattle's been begging for a starter all season long in Baltimore. Miguel Tejada, 1,000th career RBI. Congratulations getting Miggy with it. And in the Cubs and Astros game to lead off, Carlos Zambrano. That's a interesting highlights you're going to see with him and Roy Oswalt going at it. 1,000th career strikeout.
Think Bo Jackson.
It's coming up. We got a jam-packed show for you here on Baseball Tonight. I'm Steve Bunin, along with, of course, Eric Young and Buster Olney. Much to get to. Throughout the show, we'll be talking about what teams have done and what guys have done since Barry Bonds got to 754. It's been about a week and a half, and a lot has happened. And 756 didn't last long as the home run record. Barry Bonds going deep early against the Nats again. And Buster, we thought maybe he wouldn't play, although the day game tomorrow, so he's in the lineup batting cleanup.
Yeah, Bruce Bochy said after last night's game he wants to keep his schedule going, and why not?
They had trouble with the changeup early, but Eric, with all the pressure off, what do you think is going through his mind now in the box?
Right now, he feels so relaxed, and also getting the call from President Bush this morning definitely excited him, and that's what happened today. Tonight, he comes through with that home run.
Into McCovey Cove, second splashdown for him. He had one in April as well. Take another look, Buster.
Yeah, this is 19. He had 2 RBI on this, 1,983 now, and 2,916 hits, and another splashdown.
So what does this do to the value of the ball at 756? It's still the one that broke Hank Aaron's record, but it's certainly not the last of Bonds' career. Next time up, bottom of the 4th, Tim Redding.
Same old, same old.
Just take your base. Bottom of the 5th, Matt Cain at the plate. Now he's well on his way to Hank Aaron.
A big night, yeah, exactly. Big night for him. He's going for his 2nd win since May 13th.
Except one thing, Mr. Cain.
He's not used to hitting home runs.
They make sure you touch first base. Tim Lincecum loves that. When the rookie's laughing at the vet, that's not necessarily a great thing. But nonetheless, top of the 7th, 2 out. Giants are up 4-0. Barry Bonds out of the game, so he'll be at 757. Again, not expected to play in the day game tomorrow. Let's update the Indians in Chicago taking on the White Sox, and we've got a jam-packed AL Central. Top of the 12th, Kenny Lofton. One pickup that Cleveland did make before the trade deadline. You're killing me, Smalls.
He has really had a rough year. That's why they claimed Miguel Tejada on waivers last week, trying to make a deal to get him.
But A.J. Pierzynski, 97-mile-per-hour offering. He goes to the right field bleachers, so we're still playing in Chicago, bottom of the 12th. White Sox to the Red Sox in Anaheim taking on the Angels. John Lester, a guy everybody can root for, but the Boston Red Sox playing without David Ortiz, that bum left shoulder, nagging once again. Bottom of the 1st, Orlando Cabrera, Mike Lowell, Reggie Willits, the run scores, and then we got issues all over. Bottom of the 2nd, more issues. This is the old-fashioned kind. Eric Ibar just brings home Garrett Anderson. Here come the Angels.
Lester had to throw a lot of pitches early in this game.
By the time we get to the 4th inning, this is just Manny being Manny. Not a home run, but a double. Going to bring in a couple. So a 3-0 game. And Boston really, as that lead has dwindled in the AL East, Buster, maybe starting to feel the pressure in mid-August here?
Yeah, there's no question about it.
J.D. Drew trying to get the game even and does. Another double. Ramirez scores. Very next batter, Mike Lowell, all-star season. One more double. Something that you just get in a groove, EY, huh? The hits keep coming.
The hits keep coming. Get in the groove. He's been swinging the bat very well all year long.
4-3 Boston. Figgins going to bring home 2 more Angels, trying to hold off Seattle in the American League West. Lester was pulled after that batter, but Boston back in the game. Kevin Youkilis. 2 men on, 2-2 count. That'll get her done. So we're tied. Game with 2 teams who know how to hit. Could be an ALCS preview. And Mike Lowell up right now with runners on the corners, Buster.
You saw those RBI by Manny Ramirez. He now has 1591. That ties him with Andre Dawson, 31st all-time. 5 more RBI. He will pass Mike Schmidt and George Brett.
For all the talk about Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame, how Andre Dawson is not there continues to boggle my mind. All right, how about the New York Yankees and Toronto Blue Jays? We've had some issues the last few days. Take you back to Monday. A-Rod. Behind his legs goes Jesse Litch, who then says, I didn't throw behind him. Not on purpose, anyway. Well, this would say otherwise. And then Alex Rodriguez sliding hard into John McDonald. Hey, Eric, how much do you guys make out of this sort of thing as the games are going by?
Well, when you get thrown out, the best way to do it, instead of going out there fighting, is try to take out that second baseman or take out one of their players in a situation.
Yep.
But that way, he missed him on that play.
Last night, Josh Towers drills him in the leg. Bench is clear, no punches thrown. Issues with Tony Pena at first base.
Definitely purpose pitches due to the fact of what A-Rod did earlier this year in Toronto.
Yeah, the Bush League or not Bush League. And here we got another issue, and this is, of course, Shelley Duncan sliding hard in the second base as well. We got Roger Clemens then plunking Alex Rios between the 1 and the 5. And the news tonight was that Toronto third base coach Brian Butterfield comes out and goes on record. Buster, this you don't see a lot, right? A coach speaking out like this. They were both terrible. You can print that. These are on the 2 Yankee slides, Johnny Damon and Duncan. 2 terrible slides. They're terrible. If they don't agree with that, they're looking through different colored glasses.
And Brian Butterfield's a long-time coach in baseball. Actually, he used to work in the Yankee organization. Generally very upbeat, positive guy. So if he's offended by something, it's very rare that he would come out and say something like this.
We're so used to all the hype with the Red Sox and Yankees, but it's really the Yankees and Blue Jays that have provided the fireworks so far, although plenty of baseball to go in September between Boston and New York. Great pitching matchup with Doc Halladay and Chen-Ming Wang, bottom of the first, and it's Rios. Plunked in the back, comes up with a couple of RBIs, at least one early. Blue Jays up 1-zip. Everybody hit for Toronto today. Top 5 hitters go 13 for 23.
Chen-Ming Wang just simply could not get the ball down early in this game for sinker balls. That's a big deal.
And Alex Rodriguez not in the lineup. Joe Torre said the turf had something to do with it. Robinson Cano with the see ya gives the Yankees fans something to cheer about.
Hitting .452 since July 16th, best in the majors.
And Bobby Abreu with the most RBIs since the All-Star break, but back come Blue Jays. Lyle Overbay 3 for 5. Another one of these guys in the top 5 of the lineup that just had Wong's number. And EY, what do you see when there's a slider pitcher who's getting it up high?
That means he's not getting tight grip on it. He's not breaking it real hard, and it's hanging for these guys' head. But the one thing I'm impressed about is how the Blue Jays responded to all the hype the last 2 days in the competition with the Yankees by putting up some runs.
Toronto 7 for 10 with runners in scoring position in the first 4 innings.
So that's the call that Joe Torre didn't want to make. Wong out after 2 2/3, allowed 9 hits, 8 earned runs. That Greg Zahn. Blue Jays bringing 10 guys to the plate in the 3rd inning. Bullpen wasn't much better for the Yankees, and basically Joe Torre had enough. He gets out of here when Doc Halladay gets Bobby Abreu.
And when Halladay just dominates the Yankees, 3-0, 1.34 in the last 6 starts against New York. Bobby Abreu gets tossed right here. By the way, another byproduct from that fight last night, Alex Rodriguez not in the lineup.
Right, not
getting flunked.
Not in the lineup. They assume he's going to be out not too much longer, but every Blue Jay starter with at least 1 hit except Troy Glaus, and he walked and scored twice. All month long, we are bringing you the top home runs from every franchise in Major League Baseball here on Baseball Tonight. And tonight, we are dealing with the Dodgers, a famed franchise in both Brooklyn and Los Angeles, the World Series, the pennants, plenty of home runs to choose from, and you can't keep them all. We're only going with the top 3, so here's one that didn't make the cut. Ricky Monday, go-ahead homer in the 9th inning, Game 5, 1981 NLCS, Buster.
I was a psycho Dodger fan as a kid. I missed a cross-country practice to see that home run. It was one of the greatest moments of my childhood.
What was the scouting report on you as a cross-country runner?
Fast.
Dodgers, how about 4 straight to tie the game in the 9th, and then a walk-off in the 10th. This was just last September.
And a high fly ball to left field. It is away out and gone. The Dodgers win it 11-10. Oh, unbelievable.
So if those didn't make the cut, you know that the top 3 are going to be pretty fantastic. Mike Lowell and the Boston Red Sox in a back-and-forth game with the Angels in Anaheim. And Lowell slicing it the other way. That's a piece of good hitting. It's Eric Young baseball right there.
Right there, taking it inside out and going with the pitch and going to right field.
So Lowell with the RBI clutch hit. Still to come, due up. Since 7:54, what's happened? Some big names have been injured. Some players have stepped up. Some have dropped off. We're going to break it down on Baseball Tonight. And is the career over for Boomer? David Wells will analyze. Due up.
a rainforest.
Back on Baseball Tonight, Steve Bunin along with Eric Young and Buster Olney, and the Diamondbacks locked up in that great battle in the National League West, taking on the Pirates, and Mark Reynolds getting started early. Close towards the pool in right center field, Buster.
One of those young Diamondback position players that has to get it done the last couple of months. They're relying so much on those guys.
Young Kim, Arizona fans have seen plenty of this.
He just got picked up on waivers in Florida, making his first start for the Diamondbacks. Not looking so good, and, you know, he might need to step it up a little bit because David Wells sitting out there looking for a job.
4-3 Arizona at bases loaded, and Pittsburgh tying it up. That is it for Young Kim. We go to the fifth, and this is Edgar Gonzalez, fakes to third, and it actually works. You don't see this work too often, Eric Young. How does it work this time?
Well, the fact that he stepped off the mound, gave it to his infield as quickly as possible, and then he made a decision. Don't let the pitcher make a decision in that situation.
A couple runners in scoring position. The $30 million man, Eric Burns, showing the hustle that makes fans love him.
You just have no respect for pitchers from...
I just want the pitchers to get rid of it as an infielder. I want him to get it out of his hands as quickly as possible.
Moving right along, the game actually pretty good. The Pirates, they ain't giving up on this season. It's 6-5 after that. And then back to the Buccos. Adam LaRoche, 4-6-3 double play. Diamondbacks hanging on to that lead, 6-5, bottom of the seventh. And you can see a lot of guys getting involved with Arizona. Like you said, Buster, a lot of young players that they're trying to prove their worth as they play in the first time, basically in a pennant race situation. Boston Red Sox in Anaheim. This game has gone back and forth. The captain, Jason Varitek, up at bat with runners on the corners. The Angels get out of the frame without more damage being done. So we move to the bottom of the fifth, and the Angels going to have to come back to win this one. As usual, the table setters getting it done, Reggie Willits and Sean Figgins. They're going to need a comeback victory.
Two good bullpens going to go at it in that game.
David Wells will be designated for assignment by the San Diego Padres. Time to take a look back at some of the memorable moments. And here's a guy who wore Babe Ruth's autographed cap.
Oh, Torrey was so mad.
Seriously.
Oh, yeah. Ordered him to take it off after one inning.
And he did. And he did. A guy who made 11 stops in his big league career, maybe so far. May 17th, 1998, the perfecto against the Twins.
Paul O'Neill right that moment didn't realize it was a perfect game.